Okay, guys, what's going on? HyperShadow982 here, and today I'm giving you a bit of an update on my Dark Magician Girl deck profile. It's been about 2 months, I think, and with everything that's been going on, I finally got around to looking at some more cards, and the deck is now all the way 100% tournament legal now, because I got to looking at the ones I played and the ones I didn't play as much, and I started making everything go all out, flat out better. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do a quick little video for what's changed and what's not, because it's just like a little short updated video for the deck. Now, first, all the way we run 3 Dark Magician Girl, because she is the main card of the deck. Personally, and the next would be the best of the Magician Girls so far. So we'll run 3 of Chocolate, which her effects is just wow. It's always a must run at 3 for this deck here. We would run 2 Apple Magician Girl. You can possibly get by with maybe 1, or if you want, but for right now, it's a run of 2 for this deck here still. And we're gonna continue with running with 2 of Kiwi because of her effect. Where different Magician Girls, you can get a little bit of a 300 attack bonus in defense for every other Magician Girl. And then we'll run 2 still of Lemon Magician Girl. Just I mean, like the same with Apple. It's therefore it's like how many you want to run. Then 2 of Berry Magician Girl. You can still get some stuff running with Berry, but from the other Magician Girls. So yes, you can get by with 3 too. I've seen people run it with 3. Right now, how my deck is built, 2 is the best limit number it would go. And still with 1 of Apprentice Illusion Magician, you can run this at 2 and even 3. But right now, I've just only got 1. So as soon as I get more, I will definitely update this thing into multiple copies. But another thing is 2 of the Dark Magician, and yes, the Arcana Dark Magician. I just love how this one's red design is. But how this deck is made, you need Dark Magician in this deck before you can pull off the sick combos that you can do with it. And for our searchers, we have 1, but not 1, but 2. We have 2 Magician's Rods. This thing will let you kind of search for a little bit of the cards with Dark Magician in his text, for you can get some stuff out. And we have run 1 Dark Magician of Chaos, because when you can use Chocolate here to send Dark Magician of Chaos to the graveyard, and then you can just turn around and you can use her effect to bring him back from the graveyard from her effect. So that's another easy way to just get him out. And another, for the last monster, we'll run 1 Paladin Oracle Mahad. I have seen people not run him at all in the decks, but I've run him once because you really don't want to see this card often in your hand, because when you first draw it in your opening hand, it's more like a brick. It will just sit there and you won't be able to get his effect by straight up summoning him, because he has to be drawn from the deck in order to summon it on whenever it's not your first turn. If it's your first turn, you get him, it's just a brick. So you don't really want to see that card as often, so we run it at 1. 2 Dark Magic Veil. Just pay 1,000 life points and you can just get you can just special summon a Dark Spellcaster monster from your hand or graveyard. That's another way to get some special summons out. And for 2 more searchers, we got 2 Dark Magic Circles. You can just use those get some more stuff out there. 2 Eye of Timaeus. We use these for our fusion summons in the deck because we don't use polymerization for what fusion monsters we have in it. So this is what we use for making our fusion summons. Then we'll run 2 Dark Burning Magic. Dark Magician Girls on the field. Just blow up your opponent's entire freaking board. We run this thing at 2. Then 1 Dark Burning Magic. No, not Burning Magic. Dark Burning Attack. I'm sorry about that. This one, when we control Dark Magician Girl, we can destroy all our opponent's monsters. It's basically like a Raigeki, except we need Dark Magician Girl. And next is one of the powerful cards I have in the deck, and it is Bond Between Teacher and Student, because this thing is just good. You can run this thing at 2 if you can, but right now I just got it at 1, and it still works just as good because you have, let's say, you have Dark Magician on the field, and you can play Bond Between Teacher and Student and automatically special summon Dark Magician Girl from hand, deck, or graveyard. No matter where she's at, you can just automatically summon her, and then straight from the deck you can set one of these 2 bad boys straight up face down. And if you wanted to, you could possibly use them all on the same freaking turn if you chose to do it that way if you wanted to. But that's just how powerful that card is. If someone asked me what they should run it at, if I could say it, I'd say if you wanted to, throw it in there at 2, because you can. That card's pretty much good as heck. I say use this thing. And next, for our last spell card, we'll run 1 Dark Magic Inheritance. And now we're going to move on to our traps. For our traps, we will run 2 Magician's Defense. 2 Magician's Navigation. This must run at 2 for me. So, but I've seen people run at 3. So, but I run it at 2. And 1 Black Illusion. 1 Magician's Circle. 1 Magic Cylinder, which is a classic for any original Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there. And the one card that ruins friendships, 1 Mirror Force. Okay, so right now, that is it for the main deck. Now it's going to move over to our extra deck. And the extra deck is the one that's got the major overhaul update for the deck profile right now. And that, instead of 2, we go to 1 copy of Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. We still run 1 Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. 1 Dark Cavalry. 1 Dark Paladin, which we can use the Eye of Timaeus to make this right here for those who don't know. In one of the other new cards I have just added for this deck, we will run 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. For Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, you can you XYZ it with at least 2 level 7 monsters, and it cannot be destroyed by a card or card effects while it has the XYZ materials on it. We can't use any of the other effects because it involves Red Eyes monsters. So this the effect where it cannot be destroyed by card effects. That's the main thing we want with this one here, for with it being in this deck right here. We will also run 1 Tri-Gate Wizard for our Link monsters, we only run 3 of those right now. That's one of them, Tri-Gate Wizard. 1 Crowley, which, I mean, Crowley, I never realized exactly how good this thing was, because for Crowley, it lets you summon a level 5 or higher spellcaster monster like a normal summon. I mean, that's just freaking crazy. I've seen people run this thing at like 2. If right now it's good for right now for me as a 1, but if I continue to go down the road with how this deck is going, for whenever I update it, it possibly might be bumped up to 2. But right now we stay at 1. And the last brand new card that we run in this deck is the Borreload Dragon. And with this thing's ability to take a monster that it attacks from my opponent, I mean, this, and plus with 3,000 attack points to boot, this thing is just good. But the monster would be destroyed when during your next turn. But still, this thing is a good card to have in basically just any deck in my option. But and not to mention a brand new Field Center here. I recently just got this one from someone I bought it from on eBay. But other than that, it's you're just optional to have a Field Center. But I just thought I'd show you the things that I use. But yeah, that's just it for this little update video here. I needed to go ahead and get one out because I'm planning on making another deck pretty soon. Because I just feel like making another deck around this new monster, and I'm not ready to exactly reveal what kind of deck the new one is going to be yet, but it's slowly getting there little by little. But this is, for right now, this is going to be the final update on my Dark Magician Girl deck as of right now at this time, because of the other things I have going on right now. But as I have time and when I feel like visiting more updates on this deck here, I will do more deck updates for it. And right now, I'm all out of time for this video right now, but until next time, I will catch you guys in the next video that I put out. This is Hyper Shadow 92, and I am signing out. Peace.